Still on the third part, specific data to look for when analyzing major economies. Here on binaryoptions.net.au you have everything you need in order to trade successfully binary options on the on the financial markets. You have technical analysis recordings, strategies, daily videos that are being uploaded. Just go on the website binaryoptions.net.au and look at our educational series designed to help your trading be successful and easy to understand and to apply. Still in the United Kingdom, and the fifth indicator I want to take a look at is called the manufacturing production. And manufacturing production indicator is released by the Office for National Statistics, and it shows the change in total adjusted inflation value of output produced by manufacturers. While the United Kingdom economy is a service-based economy, this is an important release as manufacturing makes up of almost 80% of the whole industrial production in the country. And therefore, looking at the manufacturing production at this indicator, and one should have a rough guess about the levels of the industrial production. The most important things to take into consideration when looking at manufacturing production indicator is in the United Kingdom are the following. The release date, first of all, it is released monthly, 40 days after the month ends, and the release time is 8:30 GMT during the London session. It is a first tier data, brings important volatility, and if the actual is higher than the forecast, it should be viewed as positive for currency. Now, this one, like mentioned earlier, is released by Office for National Statistics in the United Kingdom. It shows the change in total inflated adjusted value of output produced by manufacturers. So again, what it means, it shows the change in total inflated adjusted value of output produced by manufacturers. If the actual comes in bigger than the forecast, then this is positive for currency. If the actual goes in lower than the forecast, this should be negative for currency. Because of the fact that manufacturing production, it is almost 80% of the whole industrial production, so you will have one will have a glimpse into the final industrial production release. So because of that, traders are looking at this data with more interest as it is being released before the industrial production. And even though this is a second tier data, tends to bring volatility to the market. So if you are trading binary options and you want to profit from the moves Great Britain pound may make on the actual bigger than the forecast, you should buy calls because you are expecting price to increase at the expiration date, and on the actual lower than the forecast, you should buy puts because you are expecting price to decrease at the expiration date, because such a news is negative for currency. UK being a service-based economy, service indicators are more important than manufacturing ones, and sometimes the moves that you are seeing in when manufacturing production or industrial production is being released, those moves are discounting when service indicators like services PMI are coming and hit the market. So this one should be treated with a grain of salt. Again, the release date is monthly, about 40 days after the month ends. The release time 8:30 GMT during the London session, and this one is a first tier data, not a second tier data like I mentioned earlier. This is a first tier data, and it brings important volatility levels. Looking at the 6 month worth of data we are having for the manufacturing production, and on the horizontal you have February till July 2013. So on February, and on the vertical we have the percentage change on a monthly basis. So on February we have values between 1.5 and 1.75%, on so something like 1.6 I would say. On March, to the negative side, minus 1.5. For April and May we are seeing a positive side again for the manufacturing production, but June and July seem to show the beginning of a new trend in the manufacturing production, and this one is in the negative territory with values something like minus 0.2 in June and minus 0.75, more than 0.75 in minus in July. That should be a bit worrying. However, manufacturing production and industrial production are not influencing that much the GDP like services, and services in the United Kingdom came quite strongly, like mentioned on the service PMI, the latest release that we didn't cover on this recording, but the latest release came in values above 60. I haven't seen values above 60 in a while in the whole world regarding the major economies. So that should be seen in the GDP and not the manufacturing and or industrial production. The next recording and the next indicator we're going to take a look at is the claimant count change, and the claimant count change is the job data indicator, and market is highly sensitive when this one is being released together with the unemployment rate. We'll look more into details on the claimant count change on the next recording. Until then, let's try to make a synopsis for the manufacturing production. And the release date for the manufacturing production is monthly, 40 days after the month ends. The release time is 8:30 GMT during the London trading session. So again, 8:30 GMT during the London trading session. It is a first tier data, and it brings important volatility levels. So if you are trading binary options and you want to trade for short-term expiration dates, look to buy calls if the actual comes in better than expectations, and look to buy puts if the actual comes in lower than expectations. Let's move on with our project with claimant count change now.